Hello, my wonderful AJR fans out there. We have a really cool video today. Today we're going to be doing a tier list of Living Room. So an album that was released almost a decade ago. It's going to be really cool to kind of go through these songs, kind of reminisce on some of these older tunes here. But the idea was brought to me by Do More, who is on the Discord, commented on one of the videos saying, hey, when are you going to do a tier list for Living Room? And I'm like, you know what? That's a great idea. So we're doing that right now. But speaking of the Discord, if you would like to talk more AJR, whether it be tier lists or theories on the new album, which should be coming out soon, hopefully, waiting on some more information on that, definitely join the Discord, which I'll link in the description below. And if you have not done so yet, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me, and also it keeps you informed on everything AJR. So when they finally announce that they're going to release this album, what the title is going to be, you'll know first because you follow this channel. So without further ado, let us get started with this tier list. So we're going to start off with the very first song on the album, which is Overture, and then go to the very last in order. So with Overture, this is, it's very well known that AJR does this, where they'll kind of combine all these songs into this mashup of everything that is going to be on the album. And it's always really cool to hear this because you just get a glimpse of what the album is going to sound like first off. Now, just a little warning for everyone, in this new album, they're not expected to do that. They actually kind of publicly said that they're not going to have an overture, which is kind of sad. But for this album, we did have it, and it was incredible, as always. And I'm just going to put this at an A. I feel like I don't have to talk this one up too much because I feel like everyone really does enjoy these, and I enjoy them myself, so it leaves it as where it is, as an A. Now moving on to the next song, Infinity. So with this song, I think it is a very raw song, a very early AJR kind of sound. Has this like guitar that kicks in, and like I think if anything I'm gonna say about the song, it just kind of sounds like that era, which is kind of funny to me looking back on it. Something that's cool about this song is that it uses like these nursery rhymes as lyrics, which works. It works in this song. I think my favorite part about this song is like that down section and like how that leads into the ending, and it just works really well. But since nothing like I don't seek this song when I'm listening to it, I'm gonna put this as a B, which is, I know, a little harsh of a rating for it because I know some people really do enjoy this song, but I think that's kind of a perfect spot for that right now. At the end of this, I'm kind of gonna go over all these, make sure they're in the perfect spot, but I think that's a pretty good spot as a B. Next up, we have I'm Ready. So it's a classic AJR song. The bass is so good. It's got a good vibe the whole time. I think something that's like underrated is just the claps in this song. It's just really catchy, hearing that beat, hearing that bass with it. It's just a really good song. And of course it has that sample that is I'm Ready. But because of how important this song is to AJR and just really putting them on the map, I think I'm going to just put this as an S. It's kind of funny because it's a silly song, but I think it really was important to AJR, and it doesn't have like a lot of substance to it, I guess, but it is really catchy, which is what AJR is really good at doing, having catchy songs. So S tier is good. I think honestly my least favorite part about this song is that sample, the I'm Ready sample, but regardless of that, it is an amazing song. Next up, we have My Calling. So this one is, I'd say it's a little more on the end of an experimental kind of song. It starts off a little slow in my opinion, but the part that I just really enjoy about this is those vocal chants. It's just really strong when it hits like that, and is interesting to me because I hear all of what AJR is now in this song. You can tell what they've used and how they've developed their style, like all the way traced back to this song. And it's just really cool kind of just to listen to that after listening to what they've become in these new albums, and just like listening back on these older songs and be like, yeah, I totally understand how they got from there to now. Now, with all of that hyping up, this isn't one of my favorite songs on this album, but I do think it is still very good. So I'm going to put this as a B for a rating. I think that just makes a lot of sense to me, but it doesn't do anything that kind of pushes it over the edge to be an A. So that's why I just think a B makes a lot of sense for this song. All right, so this next song is Thirsty. And I do have a lot to say about this song. This is probably my least favorite AJR song, and I don't want to dog on it too much, but I think just with the sample of the yodeling and just the chorus lick that is Thirsty, Thirsty Thursday, I just do not enjoy this song. I skip it whenever it comes to it. And I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to dog on it too much, but I'm definitely going to put this in the D range. I do know people who really do enjoy the song, and for you out there, I'm glad that you enjoy it. It just does not do it for me, and I don't have to talk too much about it, but these are the proper rating for me. All right, next up is Pitchfork Kids, and with this one thing that I just really appreciate about this song is that it uses very unique instrumentation in like it has those samples that are kind of similar to what you hear in Don't Throw Out My Legos, that like radio sound effect in the vocals, which I love. It also uses, what else does it do? It has a vocoder in it near the end, I believe it is, and it's just a very unique sounding song. I think this song isn't like melodically, it's not something that I just remember, and because of that, I'm gonna put this as a B. It just doesn't, I guess, stand out as much as I wanted it to, and it doesn't really get off the ground. It kind of like stays at the same level, so I think right there at a B makes sense to me. So next up we have Woody Allen, and with this song it has a lot of really cool vocal sampling in it. It's got a just nice summer vibe similar to like Matt and Kim. It's a song that I really just wish that they would remake this song like now, because I think they did a great job back then, but I think with all their tools and all of what they've learned in these past almost decade now, I think they could really make this song crazy good. And another thing about this song is that there's really nothing just wrong with it. There's nothing that I find annoying, nothing that I would really change too much on, and I just really enjoy it. So I'm going to put this as an A. So next up we have Livin On Love. It says Livin In Love in here, but that's a typo. So Livin On Love is, oh man, I don't know exactly where to put this. I think it is very unique in that it like does some crazy things musically. Like it changes from that 4/4 meter to a 3/4 at one point, which when you're first listening to this, it is very interesting to hear that, and I liked it a lot. I think I'm still gonna put this as a B. It's a good song, but it doesn't have anything that is outstanding other than that meter change, which is really cool and is implemented really well. I think I'm gonna put this as a B. Might change this to an A later. We'll kind of see when we go through things in just a bit. The next song is Big White Bed, and this song is honestly one of those songs that I'm always looking for when I get to an AJR album. It's a song similar to how I view like Joe, how it's just uniquely its own song. It's kind of just placed at the perfect spot in this album where it's just a nice breath in the album, and it's very simple, and I think I'm going to put this as an A, which is kind of surprising, but I just really enjoy this piece. It almost feels like it could be a closer to the album, but also I just enjoy, like I said, where it is placed. Not to mention, it does some really cool stuff musically, even though it is a very simple song. Musically, it has like this lowered tone in the melody and in the chord structure, and it works so well. So I think an A for this song is perfect. The next song is The World Is a Marble Heart, which with this song, like every time I get to it, it just feels so different than the rest of the album, which could be a good thing because it does, stand out as that its unique sound on the album. It wasn't, I guess, strong enough on its own. and just not something that I seek out when I listen to this album, something that I don't like just put on randomly outside of this album. So for those reasons, I'm going to put this as a B. Next up, we have The Green and the Town. So with this one, it is, it's kind of funny because every time I hear this song, I definitely think of the movie The Princess Bride. It has a very similar feel to one of the songs in there, and I literally just can't I can't separate them. Now for this song, it has this really nice like drop when it gets to the part where it says, "What can I say?" I just really appreciate that and really look forward to that every time I listen to this. And the overall sound for this song is very full, and it feels really nice. So getting to the song in the album is always a pleasure, and for that reason, I'm gonna put this as an A. Next song we have is Big Idea. And I go back and forth on this song because there are some days where I really do enjoy this. I think the reason why that is because I enjoy the song for its content, the lyrics, but there is some instrumentation that I don't always enjoy, like the sampling. They do an amazing work with the sampling, like the vocal sampling in this, but it doesn't always hit. I have to be kind of like in the mood to hear this. And I think for those reasons, I'm going to put this as a B. I love the idea of this song, and I think AJR really does flourish when they have those songs that are just really about them, about telling their story. And I think that's where they found success in their music, is by telling their story. But for all those reasons, I think putting this as a B just makes sense. All right, so moving to the last song, I don't know exactly where I'm going to put this. Honestly, it is just such a beautiful song. It's a perfect closer for this album. It has this simple attitude to it. It has ukulele, which I always appreciate. It kind of sounds like a coffee house song, and the horn in it is really good. I am just deciding between two spots, and I'll tell you which two they are. I'm deciding between either A or S. Honest to goodness, I really do enjoy this song. I think I'm gonna put this, let's just do it. Let's put it as an S tier. I know that's probably crazy to a lot of you. It's just, I don't know, it's just such a beautiful song. There's really nothing wrong with this song, and I do look forward to this. It's definitely like one of my favorites, and I think it has a lot of qualities that make it on the same tier as I'm Ready. It obviously didn't do as well, but as where I feel this song deserves, I think an S tier just makes sense to me. So there you have it. That is my tier list. Now I'm going to kind of just go over everything, make sure I am happy with this. So we have in the S tier, I'm Ready, Growing Old. We just talked about those. I think it makes a lot of sense with I'm Ready being a song that just put them on the map. Makes a lot of sense. And Growing Old, I just raved about it. One of my favorite songs of theirs, and just a gem in this album. In tier A, we have Overture, Woody Allen, Big White Bed, Green in the Town. All make sense to me. All songs that kind of just stand out, and I would definitely listen to on their own. In tier B, we have Infinity, My Calling, Pitchfork Kids, Living on Love, Marble Heart, and Big Idea. I think if I were to move one up, it would be Living on Love. And I think I'm going to do it. That makes sense to me. I think it just deserves to be an A tier. So B tier is good. And then of course D tier, we have Thirsty, which I'm not going to go over again. But, you know, in the comments below, if you're somebody who loves Thirsty, tell me why you love that song. Because I want to feel what you're feeling. I honestly do. So there you have it. This is my tier list, the official ranking I have for this album. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Like I said, I do AJR news and updates as well, so if you're looking to stay up to date with everything AJR, definitely subscribe to the channel. And lastly, if you'd like to continue the conversation, whether it be about this tier list or anything AJR related, definitely join the Discord, which is linked in the description below. But thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.
Ba ba da ba da ba da ba ba.